was streaming for like a whole 5 minutes and then it just cut out and then didn't post it. So I don't know what's happening. I guess Twitch is still having issues after that hack. But yeah. I'm cold. That's why I'm like hunched over and shivering. I'm too lazy to get up and go all the way over there to turn the heat up and the AC down because that involves getting up, getting my walker, taking the steps all the way over there. Like, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot. It's a lot, especially for me, and because I'm lazy. So, I'm just gonna sit here and be hunched over and shivering. Yeah, guess I'll be miserable then. All for the sake of being lazy. But yeah. So what do you guys want to talk about? Feel free to pipe in the chat. So I'm still playing Halo Reach. If anybody wants to play Halo with me, that's cool. We can do like the battle, or no, it's not battle royale. That's a different style of gaming. But it's basically where you have wave after wave of the bad guys come at you, and then you just shoot them all. I don't know. It's fun. I've seen it done before. If anybody wants to do it with me, that'd be cool. I like playing Halo. Or if anybody wants to play like I don't know, Ark Survival. Dudes, on my Instagram, I have a photo of my last Ark playthrough, and I caught a bunch of dodos and named them Cash Me Outside, and then I found a Phiomia. I could not find a male Phiomia to save my life, but I found a female one, and I named her Dr. Phyllis. So yeah, I had the Cash Me Outside dodos, and then I had Dr. Phyllis. It was awesome. And then I found a bunch of griffins, and I named them. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I had to adjust my sock. But what else was I saying? Oh yeah, I caught a couple griffins, and I named one griffin Gryffindor because he was yellow and red, and then the other griffin, he was green and yellow, and I named him Swoop Dog. Yeah, tell me that is not the most beautiful griffin name ever, Swoop Dog. Especially because the griffins like specialty power is like they do the swoop thingy. But yeah, anyways, thought it was cool. And then what else? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, dudes, if anybody wants to play the forest with me, that's cool too. I like the forest. Well, I like watching it. It's kind of crazy, kind of messed up. Bunch of mutants, mutant babies and stuff coming at you, and you gotta like slice them up with axes. If anybody's down for that. And then I don't know what other multiplayer games there are. But yeah, those are like the three I'm into right now. 3 multiplayer games I'm into right now. Is Halo, if anybody wants to play Halo. Ark, if anybody wants to play Ark. And I can get my own server in Ark too. So we'd have our own, you know. We get to do whatever we want on the whole map. It's all ours. And then, what was the other one? The Forest. So, yeah. Also, I might get into Conan Exiles. I don't know. I've been watching people play it, and it kind of looks like fun. But again, I'm already doing Halo, Ark, and The Forest. So, it's a lot on my plate. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Not much. I'm really just bored hanging out. The title of my video is clickbait. I have no gag reflex. But I mean, it's true though. Let's talk about it. Let's get dirty. Hold on, I'm adjusting my bra. But yeah, I have no gag reflex. So basically, after being paralyzed and then regaining mobility and all that, my muscles and nerves don't work. So yeah, could stick like a whole toothbrush down my throat. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. Pretty exciting. That's that's pretty much the explanation of the title of my video. It's literally just clickbait. I'm trying to get views. I won't be home till this weekend, otherwise I would turn on the old Xbox for you. Actually, no. I think my Xbox is an Xbox One X. I'm pretty sure it's... Or no, I think it's the Series X. Isn't that the Xbox One X? I don't know. I think it's the newer Xbox. I also have a PS4, if anybody is on PlayStation. So, yeah. Oh, I've also been playing, it's on the computer, but it's called Ultimate General Civil War. Well, like, I've been watching my roommate play it, and they had this one guy in their rankings. His name was Hescock. And we, like, actually looked up this guy, and he's like, what was it? Chief of Artillery in Sheridan's 3rd Division, James Henry Hescock. Yeah, learned something new. Yeah, that's about it. What else do you guys want to talk about? Hold on. I should probably take my medications. I don't know about you, but anti-spasm medication might be a little useful. Oh, my blanket. Freaking love blankets. Nah, like seriously, dudes. Blankets and onesies. Big sweaters. That's my thing. I like feeling small and compacted. Which, I mean, I feel like that's a little bit understandable, especially because I've lost 110 pounds over the past year and a half. So, yeah, I'm starting to, like, I guess, mentally catch up with my physical being now. And I'm starting to realize I like baggy clothes and just things that are big on me. I like feeling small. Also, I was picked up by for the first time. Well, at least that I can remember, because I don't ever remember being picked up like this. But you know how, like, when like, dudes are carrying girls across the threshold of the door, you know, for the first time or whatever? Yeah, someone picked me up for the first time ever. Well, at least that I can remember. So that's my first time being picked up like that. We're gonna count that as a first. It was fun. People are going to start accusing you of being a clone. Well, why would they accuse me of being a clone? Is it because I lost so much weight? Was it my parents keep using this term in a weird way, but they say I'm a shadow of my former self, which I'm pretty sure they mean it like I've lost so much weight that, like, you know, I'm like, my former self was bigger. I'm like the shadow of it. It's a weird context to use it in, but it's funny still. And honestly, no, I'm not a clone. because I'm not friends with the mayor in Diamond City in Fallout 4. Boom. Yeah, gamer talk. There you go for you gamers out there. I kind of know gaming terms. Kind of. I started Fallout 4 too. I totally didn't even say that. It's kind of fun. I got mauled to death by a fucking death claw twice and then cried and ran away. I said screw that, and after, well, like, okay, I died once and then got frustrated and screamed at the TV and then died again and then cried for like 5 minutes and then I ran away. Fallout 4. Yeah, I haven't played Fallout 4 in a few weeks. But yeah. Oh, and then the other one, of course, Drake Hollow. It's on the Xbox, by the way. It was on Game Pass, but they finally took it off Game Pass, and now they like, I think it's like a big enough game now where the game makers can like charge people $60 or like $30 or something for it. But it is my favorite video game of all time. That is the video game that got me into video games. Drake Hollow by the Molasses Flood on the Xbox. Super dope. Like, best game ever. I mean, there might be other games out there. I don't know. I haven't experienced that many video games. But Drake Hollow. Fallout 4 is totally worth beating. The ending is so rewarding. I mean, yeah, but if you can get past the whole dying and crying by Deathclaw part, I'm sure it sounds great. No, I know. I feel like right now I'm not at that mental capacity of being able to play Fallout right now. Like, my mental maturity level and the way I express my emotions right now is not a very healthy way for me to be able to play Fallout, if that makes sense at all. And also, it's like there's so much in Fallout. That's like a sensory overload, cause you gotta be like, you gotta go through all of your little locations like Sanctuary, and then you have to clear them all out. And then you have to build stuff for everybody. And then you have to make sure everybody's got like food and water and protection, and that's a lot. It's a lot. I am not at that mental maturity level to have to take care of all of that. But I mean, in Drake, like, this is why I like Drake Hollow, because it's like it's basically like a Fallout 4, but on a smaller and simpler scale. So it's like, I do like games like that, but I think I need to like work my way up to being able to like just, there's so much detail in Fallout 4 versus Drake Hollow, where it's not quite so much detail, but it's still like, it's fun. I like it. But yeah, if that, any of what I just said makes sense. What else you guys want to talk about? Hit me with it. And yes, we're just chatting, so it's okay. We can be dirty. My mom's not watching. My dog's like passed out in the corner of the couch, and it's adorable. It's adorable. Yeah, I just invented a word. Well, I invented it a while ago, but we're calling it a doggable. Get it? A doggable. Do you have any relics that you use to remind you of your old life before? I mean, not really, because most of the stuff I have, or like had, like I've moved twice in the past 6 years, so it either got lost in the move or it's like sitting in a box in the back of my closet, and I'm just like, I don't know what any of this stuff is. I don't know who gave it to me. I don't know why I have it. I don't know how I have it. So I just pretty much leave it all packed up in a box. I'm not about to go and unpack all of that baggage and all of that shit. Why? Why would I want to do that to myself? There's just so much, like, there's a lot of stuff in my past that I've been told, and I don't want to remember that. I don't want to talk about it. I'm sure at some point in the future I will sit down with my friend who, like, one of the few people I can remember from my childhood. I will sit down with them and maybe we'll unpack my scrambled brain. But until that time, I'ma just, stick it in the pot, put the lid on the pot, lock the lid on the pot, and just put it on the back burner to simmer until I explode. A healthy way to handle your emotions, especially as an adult. I have an Alexa show. Well, my roommate has an Alexa show, and it just said that Superman's son comes out as bisexual. That's cool. Good for him. Why does his sexuality matter? I'm just saying. Like, we live in a society to the point where a comic book character's sexuality is newsworthy. Who gives a fuck? I'm sorry. I keep forgetting this isn't working out. So, but yeah, I'm gonna start cussing and talking dirty. So y'all are just gonna have to deal. Sorry, we're not working out. My mom's not watching. But seriously, who gives a fuck if you like dicks or vaginas? Get over yourself. It's not the most interesting thing about you. I'm just saying. You want to know what's more interesting about yourself is the fact that, oh, I don't know, maybe like you could sing or you could play the instrument. The fact that you're Superman's fucking son. Like, just saying. Who gives a shit that you like dicks and vaginas? Ooh. So cool. I mean, it is kind of cool because, I mean, it makes for fun times. Wait, no, I can be dirty. It makes for really fun threesomes, especially if you're bisexual. And you're the one who's like, in the middle. But that's just me. I'm starting to realize that, like, I'm a very physical kind of person. I very much like physical contact and like affection. Isn't that like a love language, like physical contact and words of affirmation and yeah, I'm sure there's more, but I'm pretty sure my love language is sex and words of affirmation. Like, stick your dick in me and tell me I'm pretty. That's pretty much what I want. Give me a cold juice box and then put me in the corner. I'm good. We can do it. Give me a juice box, put me in the corner. I'll be great for the next 3 hours. That's pretty much, yeah, that's me now. You go to work, come home, I'll have the dishes done, the kitchen clean, all that, and then just put your dick in me, tell me I'm pretty, give me another juice box, and I'll be good for 3 hours. I'll be good for another 3 hours. Maybe we could play some video games or something. I'll cook dinner and then put your dick in me, give me another juice box, and I'm good. I don't know if you guys were here for the acts of service. I think that is one of the. I think that is love language, acts of service. Which I also do acts of service too. Like, I don't know. I feel like a very useless and debilitating person ever since everything happened, because like everybody has to do everything for me now, or they feel like they have to do everything for me, which is a very annoying thing. But also at the same time, it's like I kind of need you to do it, but I don't want you to do it. So like I need you to do it, but make it subtle so I don't feel like you're doing it for me. Like, do it for me, but don't do it for me. Satisfy me, but I'm not satisfied. That's basically it. But yeah, where was I going with that? Basically, acts of service, like, I feel like I'm a useless person, so I'm constantly trying to, like, oh, like, I don't know, my roommate will show, like, the tiniest inkling of being hungry, and I'm like, you want me to make you a sandwich? You want food? You want anything? Or, you know, like, I'll keep the apartment clean for us, or, you know, just stuff like that, just so it's like, I can be helpful. I can't do much, but I got you. Yeah, that's basically me. I was gonna say something before I started going off on that rant, and I completely forgot. Sorry, that happens. I will literally forget what I'm talking about in the middle of talking about it, and then y'all just gotta deal. Or bring it back in the chat and tell me what I was saying, and then I'll probably remember. Or I might not. It just depends on my brain. It actually is pretty cool. Like, it's funny with my brain. Like, I will. I don't know. I went to the fair, the. What was it, like 2 months ago in my hometown. And someone came up to me. It was awesome. I had the experience I wanted to have. Somebody came up to me and they were like, "Hi, Crystal, how are you? Wow." Because, like, I was in my wheelchair and stuff. And I was all like, I am so sorry, dude. Like, you can see shit happened. I don't know you. And they had to, like, sit there and explain to me that, like, they were my cousin's dad's wife for a time, and then they got divorced, and she was like, I used to be a part of the family. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Just because you got divorced doesn't mean you're not a part of the family anymore. Whatever. Just because a piece of paper says you're not part of the family doesn't make you not part of the family. And then she, like, smiled and her face turned red, and I was all like, yeah, you're still my cousin's mother. Or, yeah, I'm pretty sure she's his birth mom. Or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah. I just thought it was funny where I had the experience of, like, I got to be able to just sit there and go, like, I don't know you, man. You know me, but I don't know you. But, let's talk. Yeah, it was dope. I like having those experiences where I just get to, like, floor people and get them confused. Like, okay, in my workout, I explained how all of my tennis shoes are from before 2019. So they're all, like, scuffed up and they've got grass stains on them and they're, like, ripping and stuff like that. And so when people see me in my wheelchair and then they see my shoes, they're just like, wait, how? And I'm just, it's great. Just the look on their faces. They'll look at me and then look down at my shoes and then look back up at me and look confused, and then they'll just, like, go out, you know. They won't say anything, but it's just funny. Oh, you've been talking. You were talking about the different love languages. Yo, that was like minutes ago, dude. Where have you been? Well, okay, I get there's a lag though, a little bit of a lag, so that might be it. Do you guys want me to keep talking about love languages? Cause I mean, I can do that. Um, I think I said all I needed to say about love languages, though. Basically, my love language is physical contact, words of affirmation, and I think acts of service. Yeah. Because I'm constantly trying to, like, I'm a people pleaser. I want everybody else around me to be happy, even if it makes me miserable. But, like, my happiness is dependent upon those around me's happiness, if that makes sense. Like, if you're happy, you're good, you're in a good mood. I'm happy, I'm good, I'm in a good mood. If you're not, I'm not, we're not, it's not a good time. I don't know if that's a healthy thing or not, but that's just basically how I am. Like, I am constantly trying to make everyone else around me just so I can feel good. Like, the mood around me has to be chill, mellow, upbeat, and happy for me to be upbeat and happy and chill and mellow. If it's not, then I'm not. I guess I'm like a dog when I pick up on emotions that way. Like, I know it sounds bad, but you guys all know how, like, if you get upset, your dog gets upset. If you're happy, your dog's happy. Yeah, that's me. I'm a dog. I'm a dog. My Patronus is a Siberian cat, though, because I'm apparently loyal and supportive. So I don't know. I guess I'm a cat then, because cats pick up on emotions as well. They just choose when to, like, express them or show them. Do you believe in zodiac signs? I mean, I believe that everyone has a zodiac sign. Like, I was born February 27th, so I'm a Pisces. Like, someone born, what, October 2nd, October 1st, they're a Libra. So, yeah, I believe everyone has a zodiac sign. Does that make sense? I'll stop bullshitting. I don't know if I believe in zodiac signs or any of that. Like, oh, Mercury's in retrograde. That means I'm super horny or whatever. I don't think that's a thing. Um, I mean, maybe it could be a thing. Like, the planets aligning would have to do with maybe, like, uh, chemical connections in your brains and our brains, and, like, the way that the magnetic fields and stuff like that shift when the planets shift and stuff like that. I believe maybe that's a thing, like, the science behind it is possible, but I don't think that it has to do with, like, uh, I guess magic or anything like that, if that makes sense. But I do believe that certain signs tend to show certain personality traits, if that makes sense, like, collectively. Like, okay, Pisces tend to be more empathetic, which I do. Like, I do believe that kind of stuff, where, like, I don't know, Libra. It's just because it's October and, like, we're in the Libra month. That's why it just keeps popping in my head. But, like, Libras, they tend to be more balanced minded, where they're all like, you gotta have a healthy balance of, like, vegetables and junk food and this, that kind of stuff. So it's, yeah, I know, I get that kind of stuff, but I don't believe in, like, the magic and stuff like that, if that makes sense. I'm a Scorpio. Nice. Scorpio. I don't know anything about Scorpios, dude. The only thing I know anything about Libras is because my roommate is a Libra and it's October. So we were looking at it. That was basically it. Foxy! Sorry, my dog is, like, she keeps going into the back bedroom and then sleeping in the closet for no reason. I don't know why. I mean, the pile of clothes I have in the back of my closet might not help, but she doesn't need to be going in there and sleeping in there. It's not necessary. You can sleep on the couch. I think she's mad I called her out here. Look at that face. Not happy, Bob. Not happy. The Incredibles. That was a quote from The Incredibles. I'm just gonna stop telling you guys where my quotes are from. It's not funny if I have to explain them. What you doing? Are you getting ready to go back into the bedroom? Why? Why is this necessary? Huh? Get the ball. What kind of lazy ass? Go get the ball. Get the ball. You hear her? Good girl. Come on. Oh, here she comes. Come on. Get the ball. Good girl. Do you hear her scampering down the stairs and then running back out? Good girl. Come on. I'll throw it again. You gotta bring it over here. Come on. Get the ball. Good girl. Come on. I'll have to like live stream going to the park one day and just throwing the ball for her. Every time you throw the ball for her, she barks if we're outside. She might do it now. But yeah, she will bark like crazy. Like you throw the ball for her and she just takes off running after it. But she's like, like the whole time. It's friggin' adorable. But she doesn't bark excessively though. Like she only does that when you're playing ball outside. Like she doesn't bark that crazy when she's inside or anything like that. It's literally just when you're throwing the ball outside. She's like, is the time for barking? Now is the time for barking. I can't reach it, baby. You gotta get the ball. Get the ball. The title of the stream is Baby T-Rex for a reason. I have baby T-Rex arms. I cannot reach your ball. Come here. Good girl. Is it weird when old friends hit you up? I mean, not really. Like, I'm always down to, like, rekindle, or, like, I guess not rekindle friendships, because I guess it's kind of like, it's basically making new friends for me, to be honest. Like, I don't really know I don't really have old friends. I don't really know old people, if that makes sense. Not old people, like, old people, like, people from my past. But yeah, so it's not really weird when people hit me up from the past. It's only weird if they make it weird. Like, I don't know, I had someone that was... Actually, no, I think it was you in the stream. You were being weird about it. Like, I was streaming one day and you were just asking all these weird personal questions. Which, I mean, is cool. Go ahead, ask questions away. Ask away. Like, I am an open book, or I try to normalize as much as I can, because everyone is fucking human. Deal. But yeah, basically, if they make it weird, then it's weird. But if it's not weird, it's not weird. Like, basically, you're a stranger. Let's get to know each other and be friends if you want. If not, then, no harm, no foul, whatever. What I think is really funny, though, is apparently people from high school that I never talked to, were never friends with, like, I don't know, we never hung out in the same circles and stuff like that. Now that they see me on Twitch and TikTok and all the Instagrams and stuff I've been posting, because I mean, I'm hot now. Like, I had a glow up, dudes, after I became paralyzed and regained mobility and all that. Now I'm hot. I mean, I don't know. People keep telling me I'm hot, and I'm just supposed to keep telling myself that I'm attractive until I believe it. So that's supposed to work. But anyways, beside the point, fuck, where the hell was I going with that? I don't know. Oh yeah, basically, people from my childhood that were, I guess, mean to me, or I was mean to them. We weren't friends. They're all trying to be friends with me now because they think I'm attractive, and it's just funny. Which, I mean, I'm not mad about it, because it's all like, I don't remember who I was back then. I don't remember who you were back then. So it's meeting strangers and making friends now. But these strangers all know me, and they grew up with me. It's kind of creepy that these people know more about me than I know about me, but whatever. It's whatever. But yeah, it is kind of cool to, because I mean, like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, like, basically the way I see it is like, would you have given you the time of day in high school or elementary school or when you were a child? Be honest about it, and be honest with yourself about it. That's the way I see it. It's like, I would not have given myself the time of day when I was younger. Judging on the stories I've been told and the few memories I have, I would not give myself the time of day. So I don't blame other people for, like, who have known me my whole life, but they didn't want to be friends before and now they do, or whatever. Like, we're adults now. We've all grown up. We've all been through our traumatizations, and we've all, life has basically kicked us all in the teeth a little bit. We've all grown up some, so now I feel like, now that everybody's adults and stuff, maybe we could be friends if you want, or whatever. I'm not gonna be all like, oh, well, you weren't friends with me in high school, so I don't want to be friends with you now. Like, that's stupid. Get over yourself. High school's not everything. Trust me. Judging on the past 3 years of my life, high school, yeah, it don't mean a thing. Oh, you have been talking. My bad. You said my bad. It's such a strange thing. In high school, you road trip from Michigan to LA to see me. I do. I remember that road trip, but I remember, what are you doing? I remember that road trip with my dad. We went to Meteor Crater, and there was this dope ass rest stop that I think it was in Arizona that it was like nothing but Marilyn Monroe and Elvis just everywhere. It was awesome. Yeah, like, I remember that trip, and I remember certain things of that trip, but I don't really remember, like, being in LA for that trip for most of the part. Like my dad has talked to me about that trip, and like he's gone through and like had to explain a few, like remind me of a few things. But I mean, for the most part, like the biggest thing I do remember from being in LA during that trip was going to see the La Brea Tar Pits. That was dope. And then I have this one memory of my dad and I were at the La Brea Tar Pits, and I'm texting someone. It might have been you I was texting. I probably was you I was texting. And my dad was just sitting there going, "So you want to go get lunch now?" Because, like, he was hungry. And that's like the memory I have is I'm standing there on my phone texting someone, and my dad just goes, "So you want to go get lunch now?" And then that's all. That's the memory I have. That's it. That's how, like, that perfect example. That's how my memories are. Is like I just have those little tiny snippets of stuff. But yeah, I don't really remember much else from that trip. Is like I remember we went to, I remember that rest stop. I remember Meteor Crater and the La Brea Tar Pits, and that was basically it. So yeah, in high school, I drove from Michigan to LA to see you, and I don't think I drove because I don't have a license. I don't even have a driver's permit, so I think you're lying. I don't think I drove from Michigan to LA. I'm pretty sure my dad probably drove. I felt bad because we ended up ditching Grandpa and we met him a day later on the corner next to some diner. Oh yeah, that's cause so yeah, I don't remember that. Yeah, that. We probably did ditch my dad. I mean, no offense, but my dad's like Santa Claus, so nobody wants to hang out with the Santa Claus unless it's Christmas. But I mean, I love my dad. I love hanging out with him. That was an awesome trip. Me and him bonding. It was the road trip, LOL. You had the choice of going to LA or a band trip to New York. I do remember that. So I was supposed to go on band tour, but I remember that I got into a fight. And I'm pretty sure it was like a food fight or something, because my friends and we were all sitting at this lunch table and we were talking shit about this one girl, and then she comes up to the table and all of a sudden my friends just start acting like they're her best friend, and I immediately called them out on it, and I was all like, "Dudes, what the fuck, we were just talking shit about her, we don't like her." And I basically turned to her and was like, "We don't like you, why are you here? Get up and leave, we were just talking shit about you. Like, nobody wants you here, don't believe them, they're lying." And then she got mad at me, which, I mean, given my delivery was not the best and I was kind of being shitty. So, yeah, we got into a fight, and I'm pretty sure there was food thrown. I'm positive we threw food at each other. But then I don't remember what happened to her. I think we both got suspended or something from going to band trip. But I couldn't go to band trip. And basically my dad heard about it and he was all like, "Well, fuck it then. You want to go to LA? Let's road trip." And I was like, "Yeah, fuck it then. Let's go to LA. Screw band tour." But yeah, I think the only reason he took me to LA as kind of like a road trip instead of being upset and grounding me for getting into a fight and not being and getting suspended from band tour was because he was proud that I guess had that mindset of just the whole, like, we were just talking shit about this chick and now y'all are about to try and be her friend. No, that's not okay. And he was like kind of proud of me for calling even my own friends out on it, or like whoever I was sitting at the table with. Like, so I get, yeah, that's cool. And I do remember that clearly because that was Oh, what did they say? They said it was a moment of heightened emotions. So that's why I remember that. I don't know. But I mean, I remember like random stupid shit that I was had heightened emotions on. Like I remember being really little, and I think it was like a winter camp or something. There was this little girl who was bullying the hell out of me, so I grabbed her and I like pushed her down, grabbed her snow cap off her head, filled it with snow, and then shoved it back on her head. And that's all I remember. I don't know what she was doing or anything, or like, you know, what I was doing. I just remember she was bullying the hell out of me and I was fucking done. And so, yeah, that I have that emotion. And I remember I was really little because I remember like in the memory when I pulled her hat off her head and I was putting snow in her hat, I remember seeing my hands and my hands were really little. So that's how I know I was little when this happened. Can we see that outfit? Tobacco. It's literally just a Beetle shirt and a tank top. That's it. Here, stare at my collarbone if that makes you happy. Oh yeah, I do that all the freaking time. My roommate and I will literally get into fights and I will say something happened and she'll just sit there and look at me and go, "No, you're not doing this. That is not what happened. This is what happened. You're not going to twist it in your head." And like she'll have to sit there and walk me through step by step what just happened, why we're fighting, and all that. And then like she has to jog my memory on why we're upset, what just happened. Cause I literally like I don't know, like we start fighting and then my brain goes blank and I'm just like, I'm pissed off and I don't know why I'm pissed off. So what's going on? And she's just like, or they're just like, dude. Yeah. It makes for very interesting fights because like I mean, how can you stay pissed off at someone when they're literally sitting there going, "I'm pissed off at you and I don't remember why." So it's like, how can you be mad at someone when you have to sit there and explain to them like a freaking toddler? This is what happened. This is what you did. This is why I'm upset about it. This is why you're mad. This is not a healthy way to express our emotions. This is how you do it properly. That kind of bullshit. It's lots of fun. Like, I have the emotional understanding. Okay, I have I have the emotional understanding of a preschooler, but I have the wisdom and knowledge of a 24-year-old. So that's cool. That's great. No gag reflex. Yes, I was paralyzed for a year, basically. And recovering from that, my muscles and my nerves don't work. So, yeah, no gag reflex. I could probably, like, I can shove, like, a whole toothbrush down my throat. It's something I'm actually very proud of. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm can we get an outfit of the day? Actually, yeah, maybe I could do that. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. How about that? I'll do an outfit of the day tomorrow. Is that okay? Master Enzo 44. I hope that's okay. I mean, I brush my teeth with my toothbrush too. But, you know, you gotta brush your tongue and stuff too, so sometimes you gotta get all the way to the back of your tongue to brush your tongue. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, before I was paralyzed, I hated sucking dick. And now, sucking dick is something that I very much enjoy. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not gonna be around the bush anymore. I very much like sucking dick because I have no gag reflex. So, something fun I can do now. I'm also extremely flexible now. So that's a lot of fun too. Like, I mean, my body and my nerves and my muscles and all that, like like everything works perfectly fine. It's just like certain things, like I don't have a gag reflex, or some of my, like, what is it called? Oh wow, you guys have been talking, my bad. Will we ever get to see your skills? I don't do anything that I wouldn't show my mom, so we're gonna leave that at that. Wow, always seeing the bright side of things. Yeah! That's hot as fuck, L. I mean, I get, like, yeah, it is hot as fuck when your eyes are closed and you're looking up at the ceiling and you don't gotta see my face. Yeah, I'm sure it is hot as fuck. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, basically, so, like, some of my nerves don't work, if that makes sense. So, like, I guess there's certain stimulations that I don't feel anymore, that I don't get. But, I mean, not having those kind of stimulations kind of just makes me extremely horny all the freaking time, because it's basically like microdosing. So I constantly want your dick in me. Like, I don't care what hole it is, pick one and we'll do it. But yeah, that's basically, like, I don't know how to explain it. Some nerves don't work, so when I, like, it's just the thing. It's just what happens when you recover from being paralyzed. I wouldn't do anything I won't show my mom. It talks about this. Yeah, because talking is fine. This is like I view this, yeah, we're talking dirty and stuff like that, but I view this more as like, we're kind of like information sharing, if that makes sense. Like, I'm talking about my experiences from recovering from being paralyzed and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it's dirty. Yeah, we're talking about sex. But I mean, it's a normal thing. We're human. This is what happens when shit happens, if that makes sense, you know? So, whatever. I'd show my mom this stream. I'm not showing my tits or taking my pants off or anything like that. Nothing inappropriate is happening. I haven't been kicked off Twitch, so all we're doing is talking. It's okay. I will say though, in the modified mobility workouts, those are 100% kosher, because my sisters and nieces and nephews and stuff watch those. So we don't do dirty talk, we don't cuss, we don't do anything like that in the workouts. But everything else is fair game. And again, I don't do anything I wouldn't show my mom. That's a good point. True. Exactly. People understand. Thank you. I've been trying to figure out how to word this in a way where people understand, but I'm glad you guys get it. My dog is sleeping in the closet in my room again. I bet you she's in there just tearing up my clothes and not giving a fuck, but whatever. Good thing all the clothes in my closet don't fit me anymore, so screw them. But yeah, that's... What else do you guys want to talk about? I don't know. You guys want to talk about weed? Anybody smoke weed? Anybody ever do drugs? Like, yeah, I smoke. So, I don't know if I'm allowed to say if I smoke or not, but I will say if I did smoke, I'm from Canada. Yeah, so doing drugs harmlessly, not hurting anybody else, is not a crime. Wow. Wow. Who knew? I'm sorry. I think the crime bill in the United States is the dumbest fucking thing on the planet. Like, seriously, if someone walking down the street wants to be doing cocaine and they're not hurting anybody, they're not threatening anybody, they're literally just keeping to themselves doing cocaine, go do cocaine. Who cares? You're not hurting anybody, you're not hurting anything. Why does it matter? Jesus, it's the dumbest stinking shit ever. Like, ooh, oh no. My neighbor down the road is smoking weed in their basement. I better call the cops on him. Instead of imprisoning people for nonviolent drug offenses, you know what we could do? Monetize the fuck out of that, dude. You know how rich we could be? Like, seriously, stoners want to get stoned. So, like, give it to them and make them pay for it. Make me rich off that shit, yo. You want to do cocaine? Here's I don't know how cocaine measurements go, but like, here's an eighth for $30. You know, sell 3 of those in one day. You just made $100. Hell yeah. Like, this is why people resort to crime. Because you can monetize the hell out of that shit and you're not going to hurt anybody doing it. The only thing that's bad about it is, for some reason, my Republican government has decided for everybody, even though this country consists of Democrats and independents and blue party, green party, yeah. Anyways, but that's just my 2 cents on it. Overdosing is real, though. Weed is legal in Canada. It's great now. I bet it is great. 8-ball is like $180. 8-ball? Like in pool? That's a drug. That's a drug? Oh, it's 3.5 grams. Okay. Jeez. Okay. Learn something new every day. An 8-ball is 3.5 grams of coke. Overdosing is real, though. Okay. I understand that overdosing is real. But my thing is, though, like, I mean, no offense, but who are you to be in charge of someone else overdosing? Like, that's like me going, well, you could possibly choke on mac and cheese, so you're never allowed to eat mac and cheese ever again. It is illegal. Mac and cheese is outlawed. You could choke on it. It's possible. It's real. So, no mac and cheese, ever. Do you see the logic there? That's my logic. That's where my logic goes. If you got a counter, go for it. I want to hear it. But yeah, that's basically just my whole point of view on drugs in general, is just that, like, If you're not hurting anybody and you're not forcing anyone else to do it, go do it. Have fun. Do whatever the hell you want to do. Like, YOLO. You get one life. Enjoy it. But mac and cheese and drugs aren't the same. I do agree. They're not the same. But it is a great analogy. Because, I mean, they're two substances that if you consume them on your own time, you're not hurting anybody, you're not forcing anybody else to consume them. Who cares? That, again, that's just my point of view on it. Is, you know, like... So, people have said that they smoke. Do you guys smoke? Do you guys get any... Do you feel any benefits when you smoke? Like, I know... And I'm talking about weed. Weed, marijuana, cannabis. But, like, I know that cannabis helps some people with, like, their tolerance or their ability to stay awake longer, their ability to fall asleep easier, that kind of stuff. Anybody get benefits from marijuana like that? I don't know. I'm just shooting the shit, talking random stuff. We were talking about drugs, so I'm talking about drugs. She's laying in the doorway of my bedroom with her head just poking out of the doorway. I don't understand my dog. It helps me with sleep for sure. That's cool. I think that it helps with tolerance. Like, they've done studies and stuff where people have had longer endurance when they're high. But when I sleep smoking, I start dreaming crazy shit and can't sleep. Yeah, I get that. Having crazy dreams would cause you to not be able to sleep. Man, when I was in the hospital, I used to have some crazy dreams, and I wasn't even high most of the time. Like, I don't know. I think my brain was just screwing with me hard. Like, I would literally wake up in the hospital and I would feel like I'm, like, upside down, flip-flopped backwards. Like, I would look up and just be, like, completely, I guess, like, terrified or scared of where I was, because I don't know, I just I did not feel like I was laying in a hospital bed. I felt like I was like somewhere else. It was weird. It was crazy. Yeah. That's actually the first time I have talked about doing that while I was in the hospital. So, yeah, that's cool. I'm trying to practice being more verbal with my emotions and feelings. So I like okay, example, my friends in our like messaging group chats or just like talking back and forth with friends, I'll have like it'll be like a message and then a voice message and then a message and then a voice message and then like my sisters get annoyed with it, but I'm just like, no, you don't understand. There's some things that's hard to like speak and it's easier to type them, and then other, I don't know if anybody else has this issue, but I'm like trying to speak words that are hard to say, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm rambling. You guys are talking. How long were you in the hospital for? I was in the hospital for. Oh man. Well, okay, I was admitted to the hospital on March 28th, 2019, because I woke up paralyzed from the neck down. Super fun. Um, and I was in the hospital for 3 months, and then I got moved to a rehabilitation center, and then I was at the rehabilitation center for a while. I think I was there for like 3 or 4 months, and then I started to have another relapse. So they sent me to another hospital, but it was like a specialized hospital or whatever. And I was there for like 3 months. So how many months are we at? We're at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then after that second hospital stay, I got moved to a rehabilitation center closer to home. And then yeah, I was at that rehabilitation center for maybe like, um, I don't know how long I was there actually. But I do remember I went home, like I was able to go home, walk home with a walker from being paralyzed earlier that year. I was able to walk into my apartment 2 weeks before Christmas that same year. So that's how that happened. I don't know how long was I in the hospital. I had 2 hospital stays for 3 months, so that was 6 months total in the hospital. And then I would say I'm just gonna round it off and say 6 months in rehabilitation centers. Yeah, 6 months in the hospital, 6 months rehabilitation centers. So what? Half a year. That's how long I was in a hospital for. Jesus. Jesus. But I mean, looking back on it though, now that I think about it, I do like. I did some crazy shits, yo. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. Like, now, like, it is still kind of starting to hit me about everything that just happened. But, like, really just thinking about it right now, oh my god. I woke up paralyzed from the neck down on March 28th, 2019. And I walked into my apartment, like getting home from the hospital 2 weeks before Christmas that same year. Holy shit. Like, god damn. That's crazy. What happened to you? Oh yeah, I forgot to even explain that. So I somehow developed a rare and extremely debilitating autoimmune disease called neuromyelitis optica. I call it NMO for short. But it's extremely similar to multiple sclerosis, and it's commonly mistaken for multiple sclerosis. That's what they hold on. So they originally misdiagnosed me with multiple sclerosis, and that's why I started to have that relapse that caused me to go to the hospital the second time, was because they were treating me with multiple sclerosis medications, and like I just kept getting worse progressively, and I didn't know what to do. They were basically like throwing their hands up in the air, like, I don't know what's wrong with you. So yeah, that was fun too. Um, yeah. But yeah, that's basically got an autoimmune disease. It's rare, debilitating. Basically, the last time I Googled it, which was, I want to say in August of this year, I I Googled how many people in the United States of America have NMO, and it said 4,000 people in the entire country have NMO, which is insane because, of course, that's my luck. Let's just give me a extremely rare and debilitating autoimmune disease that no one's ever heard of. That's great. That's cool. Guess we're doing that now. It's scary. Yeah, it was kind of scary. I basically had the attitude I have now the whole time, where I was basically just like, yes, this is what we're doing now. Because I don't know, I didn't know what to do with myself. I didn't know what to do with anything, and everyone around me was already like, everyone around me was miserable. Like, people would leave my hospital room in tears. So I guess I had to take on that role of just constantly being upbeat and happy and having a good attitude and staying positive about every little thing. It was exhausting trying to be the person that is supposed to be comfort. Okay, here's a better way to word this. It was exhausting being the person comforting the person that needs to be comforted. Does that make sense? Glad to see you still smiling and laughing though. Yeah, I try to smile and laugh. Cause I mean, again, like it's, yeah, it like there's just no point in being miserable and making everyone else around me miserable. Why? What it like? Yeah, I was paralyzed. Yeah, I was stuck in a hospital bed. Yeah, I couldn't do anything for myself. I had to be like, I had to be waited on hand and foot for a year. But anyways, yeah, basically, like, my whole point was, like, what's the point of being miserable? It's not, like, what's the point of being negative? It's just gonna make me miserable and make everyone else around me miserable. The situation is already fucking miserable. We don't need to just add to it with our attitudes. So that's basically what my whole mentality was, is just, let's just, we don't need to add to the situation. It's already fucking horrible. Let's just be happy, be positive, and forget about it. But yeah, that's basically been my attitude the whole time. Well, I mean, okay, I guess now now that I'm starting to focus less on my physical well-being and more on my mental well-being, I'm starting to be less positive about everything. There will be times where I call them bad brain days, where I will literally just wake up feeling like utter and complete garbage. Because, I mean, well, like, okay, this is one of the thoughts I will wake up with is, what is the point of my useless existence? Why? But like, I don't feel that way right now. So I'm just telling you, like, what, like, things I will think about myself is like, I will feel pointless. I'll feel like I'm just a hindrance on those I love, or, you know, I just, yeah, bad brain days. But I am still trying to keep this positive and smiley attitude about everything. It's just exhausting at times, especially now that I am not like being forced to be the person that has to comfort the person that needs to be comforted. You know? Yeah. Hold on. I have a splinter in my sock. Wow, it is like dug in there. Okay, we're good. I got it. Ugh. I had 2 valves replaced in my heart, so I can kind of understand where you're coming from. You had 2 valves replaced in your heart? How are you alive? Goodness. That's ridiculous. 2 valves in your heart replaced. I don't know what your heart valves do, but I know those are extremely important. So, like, Jesus, dude. And I'm sitting here talking about just being paralyzed. Like, damn. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're here and enjoying the stream, though. Come back anytime. I like talking to you, too. You're cool. You're making progress. That's all that matters. I mean, yeah, I'm making progress. Like, I feel like I'm making progress, but I don't think it's fast enough. I want to be using a cane right now, and I'm still using a walker and a wheelchair, and it's kind of pissing me off. I need someone who's willing to, like, go to the gym with me and then just, like, stand there and just, come on, and let me just baby waddle towards them for like 3 hours or however long it takes me to walk, or, you know, get my walking in for the day. Because I waddle like a toddler, so that's me walking. I'm stable AF with a walker, though. That's cool. But without a walker, I can take baby steps without holding on to anything now, so that's cool. But I look like a toddler trying to take their first steps. I'm just a very tall toddler. I mean, that pretty much sums it up. Like, in my brain and everything, I'm just a very tall toddler. I mean, what did I even say earlier? When in doubt, cold and fruity. Just give me a cold juice box, put me in the corner, and I'll be good for like 3 hours. You won't even need to check on me. I might come out of my corner for another cold juice box, but... Not really, though. When in doubt, cold and fruity. Honestly, if you're ever shopping for me, like, food-wise, and you don't know what to get me, and you're thinking, oh, maybe I should get her chocolates or whatever. Nah, dude. Get me something cold and fruity. Like, a cold apple, and I'll be happy with it. I'm actually pretty easy to please. I'm not gonna lie. I even said it earlier. Put your dick in me, give me a cold juice box, and put me in the corner for 3 hours. I'll be good. I mean, it doesn't have to be your dick, too. Like, you can use your tongue. I actually did. Let's talk about my fantasies before my roommate gets home from work. I had this one fantasy where, like... Actually, no, I'm not going to talk about that fantasy. We're not going to talk about my fantasies. Because maybe the only reason I'm not going to talk about my fantasies is because maybe one day I will meet someone who has my sexual libido, and I will be able to sit there and tell them, I've had this fantasy about you, and this is gonna happen. Because, I mean, if I want something, I'm gonna go for it, and I'm gonna get it. That's my mindset now. Ever since 2000, like, ever since just, like, these past few months, and, like, the way my brain has been developing recently, I basically just... I'm starting to not hold my tongue. Like, I feel like I have done that in my life way too much. And now I'm kind of just, you know what? Fuck it. I got something to say and I'm gonna say it, whether you like it or not. And I'm not gonna be like, mean or rude about it or anything. You know, like I'm not purposefully trying to be a dickhead or anything, but it's just like, I want what I want and I'm gonna freaking get it. I see what I want, I'm gonna have it. Whether you like it or not, you will, yeah. Hi, Lavender PI3. Welcome to the stream. I have another splinter in my sock. Jesus. That was a big ass splinter. I don't even know if you can see it. Life's too short to settle. Exactly. Damn, it's pie with an E. Oh, I get it. I get it. Pie with a splinter. I mean, freaking pie with a 3. Jesus. And I didn't get any splinters in my butt, so you don't get to see any splinters in my butt. But also, I don't do things I wouldn't show my mom. So, yeah. I will talk dirty and cuss up a storm, but I ain't doing shit that I wouldn't show my mom. So. Stop asking to see dirty stuff. You're getting the chat all excited. She's just sitting in the doorway of my bedroom with her head like this on her paws. With her head just halfway poking out the doorway. I don't know what she's doing. Cough. I mean, if you want to cough, go. I don't need to cough right now. I don't take orders unless I'm getting something in return. What breed of dog is it? She is a Corgi and an Australian Shepherd mix. But my roommate's home now, so peace out, dudes, dudettesses. Thanks for chatting with me. Was lots of fun. We'll do this again tomorrow. I'll do an outfit of the day. I'll put together a Halloween costume. How about that? But yeah, peace out. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all know how to do all that. I'm actually trying to get a subscribe button. I need, I think, 10 more followers and 3 consistent viewers in order to get you guys a subscribe button. So I am trying to be attractive enough and I guess interesting enough to get you guys a subscribe button, okay? I'm working on it, I swear. But anyways, I'm gonna go. Peace out. Like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, morning, afternoon, night. Peace out, dudes, dudettesses.